Hello children, welcome to the class. This is your English grammar class and today we are going to study intransitive verbs. Yesterday we have studied verbs and transitive verbs. Today we are going to learn intransitive verbs. Before going to start, I would like to share a thought. Every new day begins with it another chance to change life. So, if God is giving you new day, new life, so it is your opportunity, it is your responsibility to change your life gradually. You must change your life, your attitude, your behavior must be changed. If you are on the wrong path, so you should change yourself and become better person. And after that, when you become a better person, you can make your world better. So for this note, I would like to start this video. I hope you are fit and fine and keeping inside yourself in the home. So let's start. Verb, as you all know, they are all called action words. And we have studied transitive verbs. It means the verbs with object. Or the definition of transitive verb we have studied that a verb which requires an object to complete its meaning is called transitive verbs. So today we are going to start intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs. Suppose Neena is sleeping, Rohan is singing, but you can see in both sentences there are no object. Rohan is singing, Neena is sleeping, both are doing work but without any object. So, a verb which does not require an object to complete its meaning but makes good sense by itself called an intransitive verb. A verb without an object but it makes a meaning or giving you full sentence to understand what the sentence is going to tell you. That is called intransitive verb. So, I am going to write the definition of intransitive verb. You just go through the definition and after that we will discuss the example of intransitive verbs. So, I am going to write the definition. Intransitive verbs. What are they? A verb which does not require an object. To complete its meaning. But makes a good sense by itself. Called intransitive verbs. Intransitive verb, a verb which does not require an object to complete its meaning but makes a good sense by itself, called intransitive verb. I am going to give you example. My sister shouted. If it is written that my sister shouted at me, so at me is an object, but here only my sister shouted. So it gives you meaning, my sister shouted, but it doesn't need any object. My sister shouted, it is called intransitive verb, because in this intransitive verb there is no need to write an object, and it's give you a full meaning, a complete meaning. So that is called intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs, we have seen the verb which needs an object to complete its meaning. That is called transitive verb. And here you can see the difference between intransitive and transitive. Transitive having an object, and intransitive verb there is no object. There is no need of an object. So that is called intransitive verb. So children, to understand the definition of intransitive verb, I would like to give two more examples to recognize intransitive verb, how we are going to write intransitive verbs. So I am going to give you two more examples. The dog barked. Now here you can see subject is here and verb is also here in both sentences, but the verb is not transmitting his work on an object, because in these sentences you cannot see any object. The dog barked, the children are playing. So in both sentences, no object. So these type of the sentences is made for intransitive verb. And this is the very good example to recognize what are intransitive verb, in which sentence the intransitive verb are using, and in which sentences transitive verbs are using. So one thing you have to keep in your mind, that transitive verb always having an object, but intransitive verb no object. So in both sentences you can see this is a very good example of intransitive verb, because here you cannot see any object. The dog barked, the subject is here and the verb is here, simple verb. The children are playing. The children is subject and verb is also here. So there is no object in both sentences. So these are the best example of intransitive verb. So always remember, in transitive verb we are using an object to complete the sentences, or it gives you correct meaning, but in intransitive verb we are not supposed to use any object, and it's give you a complete meaning. So there's a difference between the transitive and intransitive verbs. Now here you can say children barked and playing. Both are intransitive verbs. Barked and playing both are intransitive verbs. Now we are moving to exercise which are based on transitive and intransitive verbs. We are going to solve. So take out your book, page number 52 and exercise number C. In your Mastering Grammar book, page number 52 and exercise number C. Read the following sentences and find out whether the verbs are transitive or intransitive. Underline the verbs and state their kinds in the blanks provided. After the sentence, there is a blank. You should write over here the sentence is transitive or intransitive. So, we are going to start. First is Tanya is reading a comic. Here you can see. I am going to write on the board. First, exercise number C, page number 52. Tanya is reading a comic. Here you can see. Tanya is the subject, reading is verb, a comic. What she is reading? She is reading comic. So it is object. It is an object. This is verb and this is subject. Or you can see and you can say it is doer who is doing the work. On which object the work is doing? She is reading a comic, so object is here. So with object, what we are going to write? Transitive verb, because the verb which having object, they are called transitive verb. So this is number 1 is transitive verb. So in the blank, we are going to write transitive verb. Now next, number 2nd page. Second is the milkman is ringing the bell. The milkman is ringing the bell. Now again you can see the milkman is a doer. Here you can see it's a verb or action word and the bell is an object. So the sentence with an object, it is called transitive verb. This is object, this is verb, and this is doer, or you can say subject of this sentence. So it is transitive verb. In answer, we are going to write transitive verb. Now on number 3. The two friends played chess. The two friends played chess. What are they playing? they are playing chess. Again, the two friends are doers. This is verb. This is doer, or you can say subject. And here you can see object. It is very clear to you, I think. This is, what is this? Transitive verb. So this way you can solve the exercise. First, we have to find out this sentence having object or not. If the object is there, we should write over here transitive verb. Now number 4. We are moving to number 4. Number 4 is the baby is sleeping. The baby is sleeping. Sleeping on the bed, it is not written. So, the baby is sleeping. This is subject, or you can say doer, and sleeping here, verb. In this sentence, there is no object. So, this is intransitive verb. So, write down, children. In number 4, because we do not find any object. So, this is intransitive verb. Now we are moving to number 5. Number 5 is everyone is congratulating him. Everyone is congratulating him. So, here you can see everyone congratulating and him. So, what we are going to write over here? This is transitive verb. Very good. Everyone is congratulating him. Here the verb is there and the verb is having an object also. So this is object. As we have studied, sometimes in the sentence we are having two type of objects. First is direct object and second is indirect object. So this is object and this is transitive verb. Now let's move to number 6. Number 6, she gave him some money. She gave him some money. Now again you can see she, doer or subject, gave. Here you can see verb, him some, him. This is direct object and money is indirect objects. So in this sentence you can see there are two objects. First is direct object and second is indirect object. So obviously it is transitive verb. There is no any confusion because this sentence having two objects. So this is transitive verb. Now we are moving to number 7. Number 7 is Neha is swimming. Neha is Swimming. Neha is swimming. Now here you can see no object. So it is intransitive. Intransitive. Intransitive verb. Now 8 number. In 8 number, they sang and danced too. Number 8, they sang and danced too. Both verb they have done, but there is no object. So this is also intransitive verb. So children, I am going to repeat this exercise. I hope you understood. First is intransitive verb, second is transitive verb, third is transitive verb, fourth is intransitive verb, fifth is transitive verb, sixth is transitive verb, seventh is intransitive verb, and eighth is intransitive verb. So this way you can complete your exercise. Now we are moving to next topic, verb of incomplete prediction or incomplete verbs. As we have discussed yesterday that there are 3 kinds of verb. First is transitive, second is intransitive, and third is incomplete verbs. So now we are going to discuss the third one. To understand this concept, verbs of incomplete prediction or incomplete verbs, I would like to give some examples. First example is, the boy is honest. The boy is honest. Here you can see, the boy is a doer, honest, it's quality, and in between what are you able to see? This is. And in the next sentence, he is a good sportsman. He is a good sportsman. Or in third example, the play was interesting. In these three sentences, you have to pay attention over here that the boy is honest, he is a good sportsman, the play was interesting. We are talking about these subject, but there is no verb, no any object. Only one thing we can see in 3 sentences. What are? Is, and was. The boy is honest, he is a good sportsman, the play was interesting. So this showing the work is going on. So these verbs, she, is, was, in these sentences you can see the boy is, he is, the play was. But with these honest sportsman, good sportsman, and interesting, it make a complete sense of these sentences. And is, and was, these are incomplete verbs. because they are taking help from these adjectives or these type of the words. So because it is incomplete, that is why it is called incomplete verbs. Is, was. If we will write the boy is, so what? What do you mean by this? If we are not adding honest or good sportsman, so how can we recognize, how can we mean the sentence? So these words are incomplete, so these words are called incomplete verbs. I am going to write the definition of incomplete verbs. Transitive and intransitive verbs which need the help of some words. Or some words or words to complete words or words we can write over here, or words to complete the sense of the sentence. The sense of the sentence. Are called verbs of incomplete prediction. Prediction or incomplete verbs. Now here you can see in the definition, transitive and intransitive verb which need the help of some words or words to complete the sense. Without is and was, we are not going to complete the sentence. We are not able to complete the sense. So if we are not writing was, is, will, so the sentence is not going to complete. So here you can see the definition is also giving you the correct meaning of incomplete verbs, transitive and intransitive verbs which need to help of some words or words to complete the sense of the sentence are called verbs of incomplete prediction. So is, was, these are you can say that it's help to make sentence a complete sentence. So these are called incomplete verbs or the verbs of incomplete prediction. Now the next thing which is inside this concept, subject complement. Now I am giving you one example to understand what is subject complement in this sentence. Now, Nina is a friendly girl. Nina is a friendly girl. Now here you can see Nina is a subject. A friendly girl is a complement of this subject. So this is called subject complement. and this is subject or doer. So here you can see a friendly girl is a subject complement, because without it this sentence is not going to complete. So this is called subject complement also. And now next sentence I am going to give you to understand subject complement. What are the subject complement? I consider him trustworthy. I consider him trustworthy. Now here you can see I consider, this is subject, consider is verb, him is object, and this is subject complement. This is verb, this is object, and this is subject complement. If I'll write trustworthy, so there is no sense without these, because we are talking about the subject. Trustworthy here is used for I. I consider him or him. Trustworthy is used here to complete this person. So this is object. And I consider him trustworthy. So trustworthy, it is subject complement. So this way we can understand what are the subject complement in the incomplete prediction or incomplete verbs. So that's all for today. We just revise all these transitive verb, intransitive verbs and incomplete verbs. We will solve the exercise tomorrow. And whatever exercise we have done today, just write down in your book and complete it. So till then, bye-bye and take care.